September 22nd, 2004 is the day that Oceanic Flight 815 fell out of the sky, landed on an island in the Pacific Ocean, and all of our lives were changed forever because we got the premiere of Lost. Tonight, it's the premiere of Getting Lost, a documentary talking about the greatest TV show ever made, if you ask me, or anybody with good taste about television. Lost fans lined the street. The stars walked the red carpet. We got to talk to a bunch of them. Come check this out.
My name is Taylor Morden, and I directed Getting Lost.
So weird that it's been 20 years.
I'm Maggie Grace. I am here for my 20-year reunion.
My name is Daniel Roebuck. I'm here tonight celebrating essentially the 20th anniversary of Lost.
Malcolm David Kelley. I'm here for the Lost 20th year anniversry. Dope documentary. You know, I had a little part in it.
My name is Bailey. I'm in the Lost, the most important episode. I tattooed the tattoo.
My name is Faith Faye. I was a survivor from the plane crash the whole first season, and I was nicknamed Sexy Blue Striped Shirt Girl.
I'm a huge Lost fan. It's the best. It's crazy to think 20 years ago today I was sitting on my couch in my parents' living room. I'd moved back home. Times weren't, I was like, maybe someday, be on SNL, someday.
Who's this guy?
What are you talking about?
We were talking about Law & Order.
Okay.
It's a good show.
You better not screw this up.
20th anniversary of Lost is today. How does it feel to look back at the show and the legacy of it this far removed from it now?
It's so weird that it's been 20 years. When I think about it, it's a little unsettling. It was pretty fast. It went by pretty fast, I guess. I mean, I feel lucky because, I was like, that also basically means that I've been in this business over 20 years. So I was like, holy crap,
One of the flashes I have in my life, where I can put myself in the exact moment is the reveal of we have to go back in the parking lot, Kate and I'm forgetting his name. I'm the worst Lost fan in the world. Jack, thank you so much. Gosh, that was on camera, but thank you so much.
We'll
edit that out.
Yeah. No, we won't put that in.
Bear attack right in the middle.
And then we'll forget about the polar bear.
What happened? We're back.
Fuck that polar bear.
I was a fan of the show. It was the strangest summer of my life because I was watching it as the island disappeared and all these people were in a boat. And 3 months later, I was in the boat. And it was the weirdest, as if I crawled into the television.
I may or may not have a folder in my phone with just hundreds of pictures of me with different Lost cast members. I do.
Now, there's a scene in Lost where Hurley wants to rewrite Star Wars because it hasn't come out yet. If you could go back in time and rewrite a scene from Lost and do one thing differently, what would you change?
Maybe not kill Libby, so we could, see where that relationship might have gone.
Yeah, that would have been nice.
I mean, a guy like me gets so few opportunities to get to have a kiss on a cliff top. Why not, have a little romance bit to do? That'd be fun.
At least now I know what not to do.
It is fun, just the way that things would trigger other memories and stuff, and then suddenly it's like you remember a little anecdote and stuff, and it's like they got a lot of footage of a lot of people talking, a lot of interview stuff, so it's like what is going to be compressed into I'm friends with Ralph, who was one of the producers on it, and every now and then they'd be like, all right, I just watched another edit, and I'm like, how long is it? It's 4 hours. It's too long.
Yeah, there were a lot of people. I was so excited. Every time a cast member would sign on, from your Jorge Garcias to your Evangeline Lilly's to, Daniel Day Kim was amazing. These are busy Hollywood people, and I'm just an indie filmmaker. And I'm like, but I love Lost, and you love Lost, so let's talk about it.
And I actually had a hidden Lost photo album that most people had never seen. So I got to take photos of every episode, of behind the scenes, every party, and it was locked away. And I brought it out and shared that with them for the first time.
That's so cool.
And my interview they did was beautiful on the North Shore, and they asked if I had the shirt that made me famous when I first started, and I did, and I wore it, and you'll see it tonight in the documentary.
Oh, that's amazing. Let's go back 20 years. You're dropped on an island in Hawaii to film Lost. What was the first day on set where you realized, we're really doing this thing?
We shot the crash with the fuselage I think it was first up. So no acting required. I mean, it was, physical effects and a whole plane crash in front of you. It was pretty terrifying.
And what was it like to get scripts for Lost? Would you kind of flip to the page and make sure you survived? Were you looking for answers? What was the priority with each new page?
I'll be honest, you definitely looked and checked if your name was anywhere towards the third act, and then you could kind of read it without the palpitating heart.
So when the time came and we said goodbye to Shannon, how did they deliver that news to you? Do you remember?
Oh, it was very gentlemanly. There was a conference call, and then a bunch of my close friends on the cast were at my front door, immediately after with a bottle of wine and a big group hug, and it was pretty lovely.
Dr. Arst, let's say he went out with a bang.
Sure did.
And when they asked me to do the show, Carlton said, you'll be in 3 episodes and then you'll die. But he didn't tell me how. And so when I finally got to that in the script, I was like, wait, what? I'm not saying you couldn't, nobody's done it before. How the heck do you put that on a television show? To prepare for it, I'll tell you, it wasn't as easy as it looks. Because in the first place, as an actor, you got to act like you're not going to explode. So it seems odd, but you have to say the words as if you're going to continue to say them, even though you're not. They put there was a little explosive in the dynamite I was holding so that the special effects guys would be able to know when the explosion started. So I'm holding this dynamite, it's wired down my leg. Everybody's cell phones are off because if your cell phone rings, it could set off the explosion. And as I'm standing there and a cloud pulls over, you know how they do, they go, we gotta wait for the cloud, we gotta wait for the cloud. So we're all standing there, and I'm not kidding, 1 minute, 2 minutes, 3 minutes, I'm holding an explosive, 4 minutes. Finally, I picked up my phone and I said, hello, Mom? Oh, no. Nothing exciting, what are you doing? No, we didn't explode because my phone wasn't on. But there was 80 people, 100 people watching. Anyway.
Does the cast keep in touch today?
A little, but...
Yeah, everyone's kind of spread out and far-flung, and, we've all got kiddos, and, I don't think I've slept in 4 years, so...
The more of our just lives had been happening and stuff like when we first moved out there, we were the only people we knew, essentially, on the island, so it was like... we'd go to the Fox's house every weekend, and that was especially that first summer, that was our life.
It was, look... The show was spectacular. I was lucky to be on the show. I made great friends from that show. Jorge Garcia we've worked together. Sean Whalen, Frogert, who took the arrow, the flaming arrow. We've kept in touch. I made friends for life, and that's the great thing about the show.
This is a nice sort of signpost to make everyone take a moment and take a breath and appreciate, how lucky we were to be a part of such a special moment in culture and in each other's lives, and also kind of the journey since then.
Lost went off the air. Season 6 came with that special bonus feature scene. It's you, Hurley, Ben. You all reunite. Maybe you're going back to the island. Do you ever wonder where that went?
I did, man. We should have, I wish we would have capitalized on it, But no, yeah, I'm glad they did that. The writers, they were always just love to keeping things open. I think that was the thing with the finale too. Where so many questions we wanted, so many answers we wanted, but that was the beauty of it. It kept us talking, kept us wanting more. So that was dope, man. Shout out to them.
How was that introduced to you? Did you guys ever explore beyond that, the idea of what could come next for these characters?
No, we didn't. There was, one time I was on an episode of Talking Dead, that Walking Dead after show, and I was chatting with the showrunner, and then you were just kind of talking about whether if there was ever a time that Lost would be rebooted or revisited like that. And I don't remember any details, but he was like, all right, so let's say, what could we do? And then he just kind of riffed on a few ideas, and I was like, oh no, that's why this guy does TV like that. And I just play my piano and sing my little songs.
If they called you, would you go back?
Yeah, we're going to figure it out.
I'll be there day one. I'll be watching with all the friends. All right, man. Thank you so much, man. Pleasure to meet you. And this is my ticket to go watch Getting Lost, so I'm going to do that. Thank you so much for watching. Subscribe to the channel for more videos. See you in the next one. We have to go back! What was it like to be interviewed for Getting Lost, and what kind of questions were they asking you? What was it like to revisit that in this setting?
A couple of the questions you just asked,
really?
if I'm honest, is that terrible? No, it was nice. I kind of wish we could all be in the same room and like popcorn style answer questions, because I think you kind of build off of other people's memories and go, oh, I remember that night. Like,